It's Saturday, June 11th, 2016. It's 6 Planet Circle. And it's 2 years since I made my buckwheat pancakes. Barely able to do it standing here. And now it's 2 years later. And thanks to David Perlmutter, MD, and all the people who have introduced me to the paleo and now anti-pesto Dr. Atkinson's diet, I'm making a new kind of pancake out of quinoa, almond milk, egg, I'm lacing it with blueberries here, standing without holding on, just having the tables by me to reach in case of trouble. Thinking about the Clinton-Warren ticket, which goes with the possible or real Johnson-Well ticket, and perhaps a Trump, Gingrich, or Kasich ticket. And since I'm using quinoa, which presumably is not wheat or grain, but whatever it is, whoops, it's falling apart here. I gotta let it cook a little bit longer. Not too much longer. I'm gonna flip it. There we go. And I'm getting ready to have a breakfast that includes a version. I think I'm going to go over and do this real quickly here. Go over here and get the. Let's look at my refrigerator here. It's got mayonnaise back there with olive oil. It's got chicken. It's got olives. It's got a avocado. Some Greek yogurt. Notice it's low fat. You don't need that. But here we've got eggs and lots of salad and cheese. That bakery stuff is not for me, but this cheese is, and the salmon. And I'm going to take out a couple pieces of these of bacon. I just grabbed it with my hand today, like Julia Childs would do. Not worry about being too fastidious. And then I'm going to come back over here. I haven't burnt the quinoa I think it survived it. And now I'll make up a little bacon. And I'm going to have a jolly good breakfast here. Might have a tomato over there. Or the olive oil, particularly the new vinegar that we have that is I think it's Modena, but it comes from Italy, and it's got a nice fruity taste. I'll show you what it looks like. That's the olive oil, and that's the vinegar. not sure whether that's the right one or not. But in any event, I've got a great breakfast. It's a great day. And my conceptual framework is now reaching the point where I'm thinking that Tim Berners-Lee, who built Capstone, the internet, with the World Wide Web, and Charlie Atkinson was building Capstone, the framework for Charlie's conceptual cube. As the internet is to the World Wide Web and technology, the framework is to a conceptual framework used by humanity. And we can put we have an equivalent to the iPhone, thinking of it now as sort of like the iPerson, where the chip is the brain, the operating system is the mind, the apps are the body, and it's the behavior of the body, mind, and brain, and the functional analysis, that is the equivalent of the functional analysis of the operating system, the chip, the apps. And I'm going to have a framework where the counterpart to the counterpart of the real world, the objects in the real world, where you get object-oriented technology, which defines technology like the real world. And then with defining the technology in a reverse sequence so that it is like the human being, that there's a counterpart to technology, almost like genetics and epigenetics. It goes both ways. The world affects the person, and the person affects the world, and it's the creative process. This morning I've been really thinking about conceptual frameworks, and I found a K through 12 conceptual framework done in Washington, D.C. I think it's by the National Science Foundation or the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, or the American Academy of Sciences. But particularly, they've published a whole book on a three-dimensional conceptual framework. And my literature search is going to check out my four-dimensional cube, where the W-axis is time and place, the X-axis is the creative process, the Y-axis is the platform technology structure of ideas, the Z-axis is the people, population, palace of people. So you've got all people, all things, and all processes over time in the same way of looking at it. And I think that the research and the literature search is going to help a lot to confirm and strengthen my framework. The trip to Milton yesterday, where I saw Elise graduate, and fabulous talks by Melody, particularly, but also on social entrepreneurship, for a guy from the class of 1999 from Milton. And another story that really hit the mark, and particularly Todd Bland, the headmaster, or head of school, as I think they now call everything. Tom won the the Headmaster's Award for leadership and other good kindness qualities back in 1980 something, and now they call it the Head of School Award. But in any event, with this breakfast this morning, and using all the things that I like, I'm going to come back over here just to show off and show how I'm going to make my hot chocolate. The hot chocolate comes in, it's a one-handed hot chocolate today because I'm just going to do it that way. And I use this Valrhona Terrific chocolate. And then I use this whey protein. The idea that I'm doing this, doing a self-video, standing up pretty comfortably in my mukluks and wandering over here one-handedly, grabbing the almond milk and the Greek Cabot and Greek Cabot yogurt. There's a multicultural drink if there ever was one. Cabot and Greek. Whoops, I dropped that. But I'm going to get over here and put a little bit of yogurt in my chocolate. Mix it up with my weak left hand. Put it here in the fridge, and I cook it for 2 minutes. Turn that vent off. And the other things I have here that are really, really important are I have this, the goji berries. They're called wolfberries. They're very high antioxidant. And I have this peach tea from Tivana. And these cranberry pills, Azo cranberry pills, are doing a better job.
Something is burning.
Oh, sweetie, would you turn it off? Oh, no, it didn't burn. It burned before. It's okay now. And here I've got these berries, which I like, and these cashew nuts are also quite terrific. I've stopped eating the mixed fruit, though I love it, the dried fruit, because it has too much sugar in it, and it drives infections into my bladder and urethra, and because of my injury it hurts like on this coconut oil, which I'm going to use for toothpaste and many other things. But we're almost finished with the bacon. I'm going to go over and get the I've got the cereal. Not the cereal, the quinona cakes. And we'll wait till this thing finishes up. And I'll try to clean up a little bit while I'm waiting.